Hey, how is everyone doing? I'd like to take the time to welcome you to another Morning Glory Apostolic Prophetic Center video. I am your illustrious host, Dietrich Hubbard, and we're going to continue our message on how do you see God? How do you see God? And the reason God wants us to talk about renewing our mind is that a lot of us don't have the right mindset when it comes that's that light right when it comes to understanding and knowing who God is in your life. Let me get them eyebrows right. You know what I'm saying? Look at them curls. You see them curls curling? Yeah, yeah. What they got to do with God? And that's what the necessity of this message. A lot of things that we are doing has nothing to do with God. But because of who we are, because of what people think we are, we have built our own relationship and our own mentality of who God is to us. And for many of us, we are going astray because we y'all must have forgot that we're in judgment season and a lot of you being judged. And what is judgment season? Let's look up what see. Sometimes we just got to make things plain to you. Judgment definition. It's the ability to make considered decision or come to sensible conclusion. A misfortune or calamity. Watch this. Judgment seasons is nothing more than a test to see what you really want. And see, I got people mad at me now because they come to me for advice, for confirmation. And my answer has been to everybody. I'm not in it. See, being a leader, I know judgment season here. So if judgment is the ability to make considered decision or come to sensible conclusion, evidently that means God is giving a test. What I said earlier, when you was in school and it was test day, did the teacher come and talk to you, or did they say get the best answer? The reason God can't say nothing because he trying to see what you really want. And for a lot of you, you following the same pattern, doing the same thing, which means you done failed the test all over again. But you know what's wrong this time? A lot of y'all getting a little snobbish when you fall. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You want to back talk when you fall. Listen here, it ain't hurting me. I got my relationship with God. I listen here. I preach a gospel not knowing whether I'm going to heaven or hell. Not knowing if I die, am I gonna be in the wrong or be in the right? So watch this. My satisfaction is just preaching the gospel. Why is that just a satisfaction? Because I get to deal with these smug, self-righteous, prideful pricks who think they on the right road to God, but they ain't doing nothing but leading down the hill. That's my enjoyment that I get out of this. Watch this. Isaiah. Now we want to go with, let's go with Hebrews 4 and 13. I don't know if I said that one, but we'll just do it again. And no creature is hidden from his sight, but all are naked and exposed to the eyes of him to whom we must give account. See, sometimes I'm God's eyes on the ground. It's my job that if I see you going the wrong way, it's my job to intervene. I signed up for it. But my enjoyment comes when you don't take my intervention, when you don't want to hear what I say, when you don't hear what I got to say, when you think you got it all together. That's where my enjoyment comes. Why? Because I'm looking over here, over in Proverbs 26. I also will laugh at your calamity. See, I like for people to get smart, talk junk, say anything they think they could say to me, like it means something, like they got some authority. You know why? Because at the end of the day, he who laughs, laughs the best. That's why I take what I take from certain people, because I get to laugh at God when you can't, when you got to find an answer for anywhere you can find an answer from. And most of the time, people like that don't know how serious the season that we in, because they're moved by the flesh. 2 Peter 3 and 9. The Bible said the Lord is not slow to fulfill his promise, as some count slowness, that means time, but is patient towards you, that means change of mind, not wishing that any should perish, that means not get in trouble, but that all should reach repentance. That means, okay, God, I couldn't wait on you. I went and did what I did. Can you please forgive me? The problem is you willfully sin this time. Ain't no sacrifice for sins after you have received the knowledge of the truth. So now, after you receive the knowledge of the truth and you want to do you, boo boo, don't come asking me what you ought to do. You did what you wanted to do because you wanted what you wanted. 1 John 4:1. Beloved, do not believe every spirit, but test the spirit to see where they are from God. For many false prophets have gone out into the world. I told you single men and you single women. Y'all pray for a man of God or a woman of God, but for most of you, you praying in the spirit of delusion, because really all you want is somebody who gonna give you attention. Because see, why some of you then met this man, then met this woman, and I told you, if you want to see if God in it, ask them what God see in you. You know why many of you didn't do it? Because you know what you was doing wasn't of God. And you know that Brother Hubbard right 100% of the time. Ain't no 99.9. We just gonna call it like it 100% of your time. So when you ask them, hey, before we go in the Father, what God had told you about us, what you see us doing, they're gonna tell you everything but God. You know why? You really don't want God. You just want a piece of Peter or a piece of cooch. cooking. So watch this. That makes you a false prophet also. Do not believe every spirit, but test the spirit to see where they are from God. So when you don't want to go to God to know the truth, and you claim yourself a leader, when you claim yourself a disciple, when you claim yourself a believer in God, and you don't want to prosper like the prophet telling you to prosper, when you refuse to go, what's so harmless about asking a man or a woman, where do you see me in God? And I ain't talking about them regurgitating or telling you the same thing that you revealed to them. I'm talking the way the brother Hubbard do it. That they say something to you that you know only you and God know. A lot of y'all ain't gonna get that because you in the flesh. So some of you don't see God as being God. You see God as a trick. Let me go over here and get my rocks off. And when I get my rocks off, let me go over here and do what I want to do. And then some of you see God as a sugar daddy. Or you love God. To God give you that old man you got or that old lady you got. And then it's strange. We don't hear that much God anymore. See, anything male or female that comes in your life and take you away from God instead of helping and strengthening you in God, that ain't God. But see, when you delusional, when you dumb, when you following the spirit of abandonment, when you following the spirit of rejection, you believe anything is God. Delusional means characterized by or holding false beliefs or judgment about external reality that are held despite incontrovertible evidence to the contrary. Typically, watch this. Here you go, here you go, here you go. Typically as a symptom of a mental condition. The next definition says, based on or having faulty judgment. If a woman came in your life to help you in God, did she tell you the area you need help in? If a man of God came to you as a woman of God, did that man tell you the area that you need help in God? Delusion. Because now God see you for who you are. You don't want him. You just want his stamp of approval of what you want to do. That's good. That's real good. Because see, watch this. I'm going to tell y'all something about this social media. I was talking to somebody today. Anybody can put on for their city on social media. I use my own life, for example. Why my ex-wife deleted me and everybody I know off of social media? Because you don't want us to see who you really are. I ain't deleted and blocked nobody. You can see what's going on mine. See, when people delete and block you, that's a sign of insecurity and also a statement of faith that they are not who they say they are. So now they don't want you to see who they really are. That's why they block y'all. Because they know they're going to tell a lie. They know they're going to say something. And they know if you looking, that's like a woman on social media bragging how she going to massage her man down. And you've been married for 10, 20, 30 years. You ain't massaged the one you got for 10, 20, 30 years. How you going to meet a dude and massage him down? That's like a woman say, my man food going to be cooked every time. Well, that's like a man say, I pay all the bills. But she know you don't even work. Y'all in trouble and don't even know it. So your spirit wrong. Boy, somebody try to tell Brother Hubbard off twice today. I laugh at people like that. I don't laugh because I think they beneath me. I laugh because they don't see how delusional they are. They say I shouldn't call you dumb. But didn't Jesus call y'all dumb sheep? I'm just following Jesus following. You dumb. With all humility and gentleness, with patience, bearing with one another in love, eager to maintain the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. Somebody called me today, and I was quite concerned, but I know God. It's something when somebody praying for you and God tells them to stop praying for you. Do you know how serious that is? And when they told me the name, I said, okay, that explains everything. See, when God tells a person to stop praying for a person, let's look at that. First, he told that to a person he got confidence in. Second, he told that to a person that hears him. Third, you don't understand. That's God telling you, I don't want them protected in this season. A person praying for your protection, and God says, stop praying for them. Do y'all know how serious that is? I got to get my throat right. I ain't sung it in a long time. This may be my last time. This may be my last time. This may be my last time. I don't know. Do you know what that means? A person with no relationship with God think it means nothing. A person who got a relationship with God, a person whose ministry is built off trying to allow people to get a relationship with God, when they tell me God told them to stop praying from a person, I understood everything then. But guess what? Like I promised, I don't care what happened to him. I'm going to have my dollar ready. Because what did I say this morning? I'm going to lay my dollar because you had one chance. But see, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the dollar. I'm going to spit on the dollar. I'm going to fold the dollar like this. And I'm going to lay it long ways like this. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And now, if you prophetic and you want a blessing from God, Tell me why I did this. Now, if you guess and you don't get it right, then watch what I'm gonna tell you what I want from you. So we can stop all the foolishness. I'm just gonna tell you. That says of America. That's why I folded long ways. What does America do? America is of the flesh. That's what I'm gonna lay. They died in the flesh. They didn't die in the spirit. See, that's why when y'all grow up and you really want to learn your gift, you'll be amazed at what Brother Hubbard knows. I love the God I serve. Listen here. I tell you what, if God and told anybody don't pray for me, please come tell me. Because you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try to take my head off and stick it in my butt. Because I'm going to be up there looking for fast. But see, when you in the flesh, when you delusional, when you a reprobate, when you a bastard, stuff like that hurts your feeling. That don't hurt my feeling. Tell me God said don't pray for me. It ain't gonna change who I am. I'm still gonna preach this gospel because I know as long as I preach this gospel, when I got these little pig-headed people that try to come against me, at least I'm a toast with God and we gonna laugh. You're fighting a losing battle. Amos 3:7. For the Lord God does nothing without revealing his secret to his servant the prophet. I had somebody tell me I'm missing. Well, I had two people tell me I'm messing up their happiness or something like that. For the Lord God does nothing without revealing his secrets to his servants, the prophet. Brother Hubbard don't know what you do unless God tell me. So how am I messing it up? I don't care what y'all sticking, eating, or slutting. It doesn't matter to me unless God tells me. So if I'm a servant of God and I say something that you get upset about, I seen something yesterday on somebody's page. You only offended when you ain't in the spirit. Yeah. You only get smart when you ain't in the spirit. That lets you know every move you make is in the flesh. Can't nobody say to me, offend me. Because I know me. Matthew 6:22 says, the eye is the lamp of the body. So if your eye is healthy, your whole body will be full of light. Your whole body can't be full of light. It's because your eye got dots on it. You need some LASIK surgery. Your eye is in darkness. And your eye in darkness because you like the darkness. Because when God tried to bring you to the light, you cuss him out and you belittle him through the darkness. So therefore, because you like the darkness, we're gonna go over to Isaiah 5:21. It says, woe to those who are wise in their own eyes and shrewd in their own sight. Wise in their own eyes and shrewd in their own sight. You don't know nothing, but you think you know everything. What is it? I can't think of the answer. I was talking to the doctor the other day, and I was talking about men and women. I said, what is it that makes a woman meet a man she don't know and sleep with him? No morals, no understanding. It really ain't no love, because all it is lust. Because Brother Hubbard had a few one night stands. You know, I knew what it was. But what make a woman demean herself to do that? I forgot what she told me. But watch this. That's a woman with no morals. That's a woman with no spirit. Man, I remember I had met this woman. She had just got divorced. It was years ago. And boy, nice old hammer. I'm gonna use the old word, old hammer. I got around there and I tried to get that thing, boy. I can't sleep with you, Dietrich. This is my first time meeting you, boy. And Brother Hubbard tried that. Usually I can talk a squirrel out of a tree and share his nuts. She wouldn't give me a nothing. But that second night, but watch this. She had morals. She stood on business that first night. But when you came back around that second night now, you know. But I knew I didn't want her. Any woman that easy, I don't want them. It was something to do. Some women do that and think the man want them. It's just something to do. Watch this. Because after the third time, he gonna get bored. So you got to have something else to offer a man besides your sexual skills. How 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 putting your legs behind your head, how that gonna get me into heaven? How you saying, ooh, daddy? How is that answering my prayer? How you knowing how to cook beef tips and rice with just the right taste of gravy, how is that going to enrich my soul? How you a woman of God ain't got nothing to offer a man of God? How you a man of God and ain't got nothing to offer a woman of God? That's why God said, how do you see him? If you really got a relationship with God, you think God just gonna bring something off the street, you feed him, he poke you, he throw you a few dollars on the floor, and he gone. That's not God. No matter how I treated a woman, I knew the right thing to do for a woman. But guess what? If I can get her with treating her less than what she deserved, that's how I treated her. So that woman stood on business the first night because when I knew I wasn't gonna get none, going on. Let me call somebody else who gonna get it up. But she want to stay around and talk and this. I don't want to hear all that mess what your ex-husband did. I don't want to hear about your children. I want to get back in that bed. But I respected her even though I didn't want her. She was too clingy. I was watching TikTok. I understood that man in that video. He was messing around at work and made a mistake and hit one of his coworkers. He had to quit his job because boy, she wouldn't let him go nowhere. Y'all terrible out here. Grandmama was wrong. The way through a man's heart ain't through his stomach. A way to a man's heart is through God. Watch this. Let's go over here and tell the story now. Because see, many of you, you gave yourself a false perception. You gave yourself a false perception that what you was doing was of God. But if you really want to know if what you was doing was of God, all you got to do is see if God in your life. So watch this. Adam and Eve made a decision. Eve's decision was to listen to the serpent. Adam's decision was to listen to Eve after she listened to the serpent. There was something missing there that caused that rift in their relationship. It was no spirit. See, that's why as a man, I never marry a woman that tell me you ain't the boss of me, you don't tell me what to do. I never marry a woman that try to tell me what submission is. I'm going to get to it in the Bible. I'm saying that for a reason. I never marry a woman who say, I only date alpha males. Watch this. What is it, Genesis 3 and 14, 13? This, and God speaking to the woman. And God said unto the woman, what is this thou hast done? And the woman said, the serpent beguiled me and I did it. I'm going to tell you how to access your blessing. You got to look at what you did and you got to say, Satan got me. He got you. But see, she was honest with me. She told the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Verse 14. And the Lord God said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle, and above every beast of the field. Upon thy belly shalt thou go, and dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life. Now watch this. He said, you cursed above all cattle. Then he said, and above every beast. Then he said, upon that belly they should go. So you got to understand. The devil comes as provision, but watch the deception, i.e. the beast, and what the devil provides. His job is to make you lose what you already have. They got to eat dust. So if Satan got to eat dust, guess where he get meat from? Every time you fall and do what he puts in your mind to do. Verse 15. See, y'all think God playing with you. That's why I'm telling you, you got to renew your mind. How you think God is, that's not how he is. And I will put an enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. Watch this now. It says, I'm going to affect the way you think, and because you didn't walk right, you got to walk. Watch how you walk, in other words. He said he going to put a seed between, in between. So by law, by God's authority, we're going to have to make a decision as long as we on this earth, because we allowed it. Eve allowed Satan to cause her to make the wrong decision. So now we got to make the right decision. And sometimes the right decision is the wrong decision, but it might be right for you. And just because it's right for you, it's the wrong decision, because your decision, just like Eve, was made in selfishness. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children. That's why y'all got that, what y'all call that postpartum depression. And that desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. Do you hear what God's saying? He said, because you let a Satan affect who you are before you birth me a seed, I'm going to make sure that when you do birth a seed, you're going to birth it in sorrow. That's why when women have children, they get upset. They go to killing their children. And thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. That's the whole problem. What happened? She desired to do what her husband was doing, but because he was trying to make her be a lady, she's sitting there talking to Satan, because Satan called her trying to be what a man should have been. That's why he said he gonna rule over you. Submission. When you do anything outside, if you marry, if you do anything outside of allowing your husband to know what you're doing, you give Satan room to move. Ain't no I'm grown. You supposed to be one. How you say we won, but you making selfish decisions. That's why when we talk about the disasters and divorce, I'm gonna talk about that. Like I said, I ain't trying to talk about the woman, but see, that get me. I had all of this before I got married. And I supposed to have been building some, but it's evident I'm left with nothing. Man, watch this. Can we be real? I'm a 54-year-old man. Just imagine if I get back on the dating circuit and I ain't got nowhere to stay. How can a man explain to a woman that's 54 years old and she look at how you live, why he ain't got nothing? Where your house? Where your car? You stay with your mama? Do you know how embarrassing that is for a man? Well, not for me, because I believe in God. But I'm just saying, for you out there and you went through a divorce and you trying to date a woman and you ain't got nothing to offer because somebody who you thought for you, they took everything you had. And watch this, and didn't offer you, didn't even try to buy you out. You know how mad I was when I got to go buy another TV. I got to go buy another air fryer. I got to go buy another crock pot. Because somebody selfishly took everything. Man, life real. Watch this. And until Adam, he said, now watch this. Stop blaming Adam now. I'm trying to show y'all how to read scripture for what it is. Because y'all keep blaming, y'all keep saying, Adam took the apple. It's Adam's fault. Look how God handed down the curse once again. First, he cursed the serpent. Then he cursed the woman. Then he said, Adam, because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife, and hast eaten of the tree, of which I command thee, saying, thou shalt not eat of it. Cursed is the ground for thy sake. In sorrow thou shalt eat of it all the days of thy life. Can we agree on something when I say it? Thorns also and thistles shall it bring forth to thee, and thou shalt eat the herb of the field. In thy sweat of thy face shalt thou eat bread, till thou return unto the ground, for out of it was thou taken, for dust thou art, and to dust thou shalt. If a lot of y'all made so many God decisions, and you saying God told you, and God said it was okay, do you notice God cursed the ground because Adam didn't obey God? Look at your life the past year. Where you stay at? How much money you got? How you eat? Are you paying your bills on time? Is you got some money in your pocket? You don't even see that you curse because you got what you want in the flesh and you too blind in the spirit to see that you ain't got nothing. You ain't got no home. Listen here. I bet you, when the last time you paid your car note? Is your insurance up to date? What kind of food you got? See, see, that's why I laugh at some of you when you say God said this, God. All I got to do is look at you and tell God ain't told you what you said. Listen here. I like buying my hats when I was married. I'm still buying them and I'm single. These things, they start at $45 a piece. One of them was 60 something, depending on what it is. I'm still doing what I'm doing. If I want to go to Longhorn, I still go to Longhorn. If my son want a few dollars, I still give my son a few dollars. See, some of you so blind to the flesh that you can't see that you living a cursed life. See, it's not, look what God said. He sent Christ that we can have life and have life more abundantly, which means your life, and if you following God and doing what God tell you to, your life should never decrease. It should always increase. That's why y'all heard me talking just yesterday. Whenever something as simple as a bowl and a spoon, I'm gonna get deep with you now. Y'all ain't been paying attention. Y'all see this plastic cup? This ain't no cheap plastic cup. You see, I think, look at that. I can't even bend it. It's so strong. That's an upgrade. That's why the Lord said, don't despise small beginnings. This may not be mean nothing to y'all, but when y'all see me complaining and talking about I didn't get no spoons, I didn't get no plate. I had plates, I had spoons, I had bowls, I had cups, but God dog, I ain't had no cup this strong. Look at him. That's two hands. Look at that. Since y'all think I'm playing, you see my veins coming out. I can't even bend this cup. Them darn cups I had, I take it one hand. You know why? God ain't got to do nothing big for me to thank him. It's the small things I thank him for. You can have them Walmart cup. Oh, Brother Hubbard got him a stone cup. Huh? Watch this. Let me find something. Let me find something. Yeah, dang it. They think I be playing with them around here. I can look out the window and see some darn trees. Y'all see that? Brother Hubbard got some trees. I'm in a tree house. You know why I'm in a tree house? Because I had to get out the dog house. But what I'm trying, all jokes aside, you got to look at how you see God. And a lot of you just see God as somebody to give you what you need so you can operate in your fleshly desire. 2 Timothy 1:7 says, for God gave us a spirit not of fear, but of power and love and self-control. In a relationship that you try to build on, if you scared of it at the beginning of it, you're gonna be scared of it all through it. That's not God. He didn't give us the spirit of fear. See, love and self-control means I know what I've been through, but I can't judge them for things somebody did to me when I didn't know who I was. So how do you see God? For many of you, you haven't seen him at all because you talk good God talk, but you ain't got good God power.